So we're breaking up VIP. Security, kindly. Security, come and read the people who want to make up here. I think we usually take it. We gave enough notice. These one
what's up?
nobody should leave here if you are not about a fight. Even if you're paying the Security, kindly remove those people. We want these cameras to have a seat here. Remove all those in white and not in the camera. Please remove, even if they pay for VIP, they need to wake up.
Just Irish for that.
Okay, easy.
I'm on our chair.
Nimemwambia wakichange from one camera to the next.
Mama, hiyo stuff. Wewe wacha tunataka mtanisikia. Na nini? Unisikie kama niko live kama nasikia. Vizuri.
Ungejiweka kina wewe unaweza ona ni kanyage.
Coach Brad,
what's up?
Man, congratulations for making the finals.
Thank you.
I just wanted to ask you, how do you ensure that the team still maintains the focus and motivation despite the pressure of being the unbeaten team?
Yeah. Well, I think at this point, there's a lot to play for, right? We're playing for an unbeaten season. We really want to get Griff a championship, right? Yeah. So I think those are some things that really help us to lock in. I think guys have, that's not something also that you just flip the switch and all of a sudden you're prepared. The reality is these guys have been preparing for this for almost a full calendar year. Yeah. So we'll do our normal pregame stuff, but I fully expect them to be locked in and ready to go from the beginning.
Yeah. Thank you, Coach. Yeah. Coach Brad,
what's up?
Man, congratulations for making the finals.
Thank you.
I just wanted to ask you, how do you ensure that the team still maintains the focus and motivation despite the pressure of being the unbeaten team?
Yeah. Well, I think at this point, there's a lot to play for, right? We're playing for an unbeaten season. We really want to get Griff a championship, right? Yeah. So I think those are some things that really help us to lock in. I think guys have, that's not something also that you just flip the switch and all of a sudden you're prepared. The reality is these guys have been preparing for this for almost a full calendar year. Yeah. So we'll do our normal pregame stuff, but I fully expect them to be locked in and ready to go from the beginning.
Yeah. Thank you, Coach. Yeah. Coach Cliff, congratulations for making the finals.
Thank you. Thank you.
I just wanted to ask you one question.
Yeah.
How do you personally prepare for a high-stake game like this one?
It's not a one-day thing. So yeah. Of course, it's always a process. It's not just one item. And when it comes to big games, you can make corrections, yes, but then it's a process.
Yeah.
That has been through the season.
Yeah. Yeah. And you guys, of course, you are trailing by 2 games. What are some of the adjustments that you are going to make in this game today?
Actually, it's after.
From standing back escorted by Angela Chivia, the General for Kenya Basketball Federation.
Ladies and gentlemen, karibuni sana Nairobi City Thunder YouTube channel, where we're bringing for you live the final of the final between Nairobi City Thunder and Knbl Rockers. Our MCs are taking us through the introductions right now.
Knbl are the defending champions. Knbl are the defending champions of the Kenya National Premier League. They are trailing 2-0, but they have an opportunity to get back in the game. Will it be today? Let's wait and see.
And as we are going through, as the MCs are taking us through the teams, we are going to be reading the team lists for both teams. We are going to be reading the team lists for both teams. Are taking us
just a setup as we rally up before tip-off. That's the VIP and how well. Those are the guests as we set up, going all set for the national anthem of the Republic of Kenya.
While we wait for our dignitary, kindly remove any cap that you're wearing, any kofia, please remove it from your head. A bandana, or if you have a bag or anything like that. DJ, from the one for
and the East African Community Anthem. And as you can see, the game is about to tip off any minute from now. I will be reading the team list for KTA. I'll be reading the team list for KTA.
As you have a look, those are the starters for the Nairobi City Thunder. They've gone unbeaten the entire season. And if they're able to execute today and win this series, this will be a first in the history of Kenya Basketball Federation, where a team, once promoted into the league, they go unbeaten from the first game all the way till the playoffs without dropping a single game. This is the final pick of the team.
I will be taking you through the team list.
That's the team going through the last motions just before tip-off. Garangding, Washira, a Kenyan international, played previously for Equity. That's for him. As stated before, if this game goes in favor of Thunder, this will be history in the making because they'll have gone the entire season unbeaten. KPA having come close. These are the defending champs. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, if you're listening to us, note that KPA are the defending champions of the league. But it's not been an easy sailing for them with the presence of the Nairobi City Thunder. Thunder with just one more game. For KPA, you're looking at notable names. You have Abdullahi Haidara, you have Tobias Odhiambo, and don't forget Perez Adala, Gary Wekesa, and John Wijas. For Thunder, the starting lineup has Garangding, Ariel Lokal, Albert Einstein Odero, Griffin Ligari, and Fidel Okoth. For Thunder, as you look at, their most important player has been Albert Einstein Odero for the last two finals games, and we're going into game 3. Hope he maintains the momentum as KPA will be looking at changing the tide of the ship that the Nairobi City Thunder will be looking at sailing through.
Matu. And as the game is about to tip off in a couple of minutes. The game is about to begin any minute from now. As you can see, the arena is fully packed. The gym is fully packed. And today we have an all-star commentary lineup. Gentlemen who need no introduction. As usual, it's me, RJ Putba Kwanjala. I let the guest commentators introduce.
This is my first time joining into the commentary. My name is Willie Wex. I'll be just handling some of the unique phases of the game, the human side of the game, looking at Albert Einstein Odero, a unique player, closest a Kenyan has gone to be drafted into the NBA, and I'll leave it now for the third person to introduce himself.
Knbl, always a pleasure to be with you, with the big guys, RJ and Wex here. It's going to be a roller coaster. We just want to enjoy the game. Game 3, remember, KPA 2-0 behind, defending champions. Will they give it? Will they let it go to Thunder? Thunder unbeaten in the league, unbeaten in the playoff. Let's see how the game goes.
Yeah, and as our commentators have just introduced themselves, maybe I would just like to throw a quick question to them. What do you expect from the game today?
All I know is that KPA have not come here to just They're not using this as a trip to the city, coming all the way from Mombasa. Even though they're 2-0 down, they'll give it a push. Though, in all honesty, beating Thunder at home will be a tall order. I'm expecting a close game first 2 quarters, then if possible a surge in the 3rd quarter going into the final quarter of the game.
Team, what are some of the adjustments you think KP are going to make in this game today in order for them to come out with a win, a much needed win?
I think they have to control the ball. They have to control the board. Remember in Mombasa, they had a 23-point lead, but they let it go. Today, they have to ensure that if they get the lead, they don't give it back. But they have to go toe-to-toe. Haidara has to pick up the boards. We just on your screen there has to play well. And also, I'm expecting Toby to come out big. But Thunder will not let them go. Thunder is here to play. Thunder want to defend the home court. Thunder want to make history. They want to be the first of few teams who have won the Premier League unbeaten.
Yes, and tip-off in a couple of seconds. As you can see, the gym is fully packed. The fans in their thousands. And for those who are watching us on our social medias, we are live on YouTube, coming from the Nairobi City Thunder YouTube channel. You can like, share, subscribe, and comment. Keep it going. Let's have fun together. I can see the referees about to start the game any minute from now. For Nairobi City Thunder, of course, everyone at this point knows that they're only unbeaten team, and every team that comes to play them comes more prepared than Nairobi City Thunder themselves. So it's going to be an interesting game today. We are hoping KPA are going to play as good as they played in Mombasa. Of course, they came up short in the first game and the second game. The first game, they held Nairobi City Thunder to under 60 points, something that has not happened this season. So we're expecting KPA to bring their best, bring their A game today. I just talked to their coach and he told me they prepared, the players are focused, and we're expecting a very good game today.
Oh, it's supposed to be a dribbling game. We just expect fireworks from the word go. Once the tip-off is gone, the game is gone. Just don't get your eyes off the screen. If you hear a timeout, you can run to the washroom, but don't stay there for long. You can only go there for a short call. Anything else, try at a halftime, my friends. And there goes the tip-off. And Fidel Okoth is able to secure it for Thunder.
And it's Griffin Ligare controlling. And you know, Griffin Ligare had a very huge game. And we're expecting the same from him. And Griffin Ligare misses the first one. KPA controlling the rebound. And now Gary Wekesa. Griffin with the steal. And Griffin is fouled. And Griffin, a key player for Nairobi City Thunder.
That's Kenya 1 all day, any day. Griffin Ligare has held on to the point guard position of the Kenya basketball scene for quite a minute. And I think this is the only time people are having a discussion of Tobias being a replacement of him.
Yeah. Tobias came up very big in game 2 in Mombasa. And you know, we're expecting he's going to replicate the same performance in this game. It's going to be a very interesting matchup as Garandim draws first blood for Nairobi City Thunder. Garandim, a 6'6" guard. A lot is expected from him in this game as Nairobi City Thunder is looking to close out KPA.
And also not to forget that Nairobi City Thunder have not just been playing the league games only. Oh, and there you have it, Fareza Dalla coming in clutch just to assist into game, getting Thunder into the scoreboard. Fidel Okoth tries a three-pointer, misses it out.
And Nairobi City Thunder somehow changed the strategies that they were using in the regular season. Most of the time, they will settle for threes. They haven't been shooting the three ball very well, and that has been a very key factor for them not scoring as much as they used to in the regular season. So it depends on how KP are going to play their defense today and how they are going to defend the dribble.
Not to forget that KPA is coached by Coach Cliff. Coach Cliff knows. Oh,
that up and under.
And KPA take a lead. KPA is coached by Coach Cliff. Cliff, who's been national team coach, knows most of these players in and out from both teams, and an advantage that he's able to know the Thunder players going against him. There's Albert Odero there.
Albert Einstein Odero. We saw what he did in Mombasa.
Yeah, the last play is still memorable to all of us.
A lot of the fans expecting those highlights. And Nairobi City Thunder, their bench has always been coming up big in the games. I don't know what we should expect from their bench today.
And today we've seen them brought in Daryl. Daryl has got in for Shavanga. Shavanga has not kitted. However, if you look at the 5 that are in the court for Thunder, all of them are national team. Garang being South Sudan, and the 4 play for Moran. So we have a team that can gel together, they play together. But for KPA, you can't write them off. They have Just John has played, Fares has been there. Now Tobias, we say the new Griffo. Griffo, 19 years in one team. No other player has been loyal to one relationship like Griffo.
You said a relationship.
Yeah.
So if you're dating and you've done 19 years, you're like Griffin Ligare with the Thunder.
And most of the people don't know that Just John played for Nairobi City Thunder at the beginning of the season before he switched sides and went and joined the Dockers.
You're saying you went to enjoy the weather?
He went to enjoy the weather in Mombasa.
Fidel Okoth coming in clutch from the 3-point line.
And Fidel Okoth is always going to knock those a baseline 3 points in.
He's not been away from the scoreboard in the first 2 games, but starting off within the first 5 minutes to have a 3-pointer, that will instill some confidence in him.
Fares Adala blocked by Garang Ding. Just John putting up the moves.
That was a walk right there.
That was a shot clock violation.
Slight consultation. As a timeout has been called.
That's a quick timeout by KPA. Coach Cliff, as he looks to rally his team. They look a little bit tensed up starting this game. You can tell by the body language.
But you see, let's not forget and let's not deny them credit. These guys have traveled how many kilometers? 450 plus kilometers to come all the way to the city to play a team that's been unbeaten. They tried to shut them down. I remember the game 1, they were at one point, KP were leading by around 17 points. Thunder were able to rally back and win that game. Game 2, both teams had a surge and it was all closed down before Thunder won the second game. This is game 3. You're tense, you know that if you lose this game, you're out. There is no game 4. But also, you're in a very foreign grounds. At home, they had all the confidence, they had all the fans. But here, the crowd is hostile.
Yeah.
So
very hostile crowd in Nyayo today. And my good friend Chanel, that is a 3-point play, a 4-point play, excuse me.
If he's able to get it in, it becomes a 4-point play.
Yeah, if he converts the free throw, it's going to be a 4-point play. And my good friend, my fellow commentator Chanel Mufasa, calls Griffin Metusela.
He's done time.
He's the oldest man. The oldest man in Kenyan basketball.
And still fit this playing at this level.
The most disciplined player.
Oh, for sure. Haidara with the ball. Oh,
Tobias
up and under.
with the three. No good. And he had a very clean look.
The fake even helped it up.
Now Griffin. And it's Gary Wekesa who's...
Gary Wekesa has been given a very hard assignment.
Very, very difficult assignment. And Griffin Ligare.
Back-to-back three-pointers. Back-to-back three-pointers.
He has started cooking.
Way in early. The chef is in the kitchen.
This is his court. Nairobi City Thunder also train here at Nyayo. So Griffin Ligare understands this court very well. And that is why he shoots with a lot of confidence. Gary Wekesa is going to take a breather. In comes Wambua.
Simon Wambua is now in.
Simon Wambua is a sniper. If you slip on him, he is going to punish you on the three ball. A very, very good shooter for KPS. And that is why they brought him in. They've seen Griffin Ligare already cooking. Now Albert Odero with the long two. That's good.
And even Albert, you know, it takes him time to just get into the game. But if you're playing against him, you should try and ensure that he doesn't start cooking early. Just try and keep him away for long. But with this one, where he's being able to score well into the first quarter, that's some trouble.
Those are layup shots for Albert Odero.
For context, for those who maybe are joining us for the first time, I usually refer to Albert Odero as the closest a Kenyan has gone to joining the NBA. He was eligible, he didn't get drafted, but that was the closest we've gotten, with him going close to be signed up. The other person would have been representing Somalia. He was playing alongside Klay Thompson.
That is Faisal.
Yeah.
Faisal Aiden.
Yeah.
I thought Peter Kiganya came close.
In Abilene University, almost got drafted, didn't get drafted in the NBA, had to go to Mexico, spent a lot of time in South America. He's back in Nairobi next week. He's going to have his tour in Nairobi, so we hope to see the legend back in the country.
Big shout out to Peter Kigani. Griffin Ligare, in and out. And if that went in, he's going to bring this house down. Kobe, aggressive. And he misses that very tough free throw. Griffin Ligare again.
He's able to pick up his own rebound. Garangding out to Albert.
The long three.
Fidel ensuring that offensive rebounds and defensive rebounds are all being secured by the Nairobi City Thunder.
And one thing about this game is the matchups that we have on the floor. Very interesting matchups. I think KPL is one of those teams that are matching up Nairobi City Thunder every position, size to size. And that is always going to make this game very interesting. As you see, John Wijas with that easy two. Garandi at 6'6". You are not supposed to be doing some of the things that Garang is doing.
Albert
calling for the screen.
Oh,
and
as I told you, don't let him cook early. Don't be on his face. But yeah, you can only do good defense against a great player. If it's going in, it's going in. There's nothing you're doing about it.
I don't know how many players can guard Albert in this league. Very, very few players. I think for Albert, Maybe it's Albert himself who can get.
Whoa!
Toby with the step back.
Toby had a good step back, but he didn't capitalize on it. He didn't go in.
Albert to the round.
KPA should call a timeout because nothing is going in for them. Scores a 19-7. It's a double digits difference.
Yeah, King, if you are the coach, would you call for a timeout?
Definitely, he's already called one timeout. What they need to do, adjust, put full court pressure on Albert. You can play box on one on him. Equity did a good job on him. I don't know why KPA is giving him a lot of space. Now, if Albert is able to score 20 and more points, then Thunder win any game.
As Ariel Kal makes that reverse layup, and I didn't know Ariel Kal had that in his bag.
So like as King was saying, you know what, the most important thing is to stop the bleeding.
Stop the bleeding. Right now, that is what they're supposed to do. And now they go to the line to shoot two, courtesy of John Widgers.
You can see how passionate the fans are.
John Widgers has been very aggressive in the paint, and he's playing with a lot of confidence. He's also someone who has played in this Nairobi City Thunder team,
yes.
So he understands them very well. He's going to shoot 2 free throws. We just John.
And 2 minutes.
Did we get a chance to introduce our referees? We have Banda Theo and our international referee Eric. A big shout out to the referees.
Fahim has just checked into the game.
Fahim, aka Alpha Blondie.
You cannot miss him from a kilometer away.
With the blonde hair. But don't let the hairstyle fool you. He's the killer on court.
Oh, for sure. And Griffin Regalde collecting offensive and defensive rebounds.
James
Mwangi is also checked in.
Griffin.
Oh.
Now, Joe, this is going to be interesting. And he goes for an easy 2. I was expecting a windmill dunk from Joe Byron.
Not when you're trailing that much. Oh, nice catch.
That was a nice entry pass by James Mwangi.
1 minute 37 to play in the first quarter.
And as they go to the line, I need to pick up a few guys here.
Yeah.
AJ, there's a guy called AJ doing a very good job there. And Shikoguru, Samson Musumba, thank you for following us live on our YouTube channel.
Big shout out to all those people who are watching us live on our YouTube channel. Griffin Ligare missed a layup and then he got tied up with that loose ball. Still Nairobi City Thunder basketball. For him, the 3, and he misses everything. Also a big shout out to all the fans who came to cheer their teams today. We have a lot of people who came from Mombasa. Big shout out to all of you. Job Byron, dribble handle, Muga trying to stick it back to Job, and it was a turnover. The run being almost losing it.
I feel like the KPA players should just match the energy of Tobias Odhiambo. He's one of the few who's trying to keep his head high.
Tobias Onyango is the energizer bunny for KPA. And if they can feed off of his energy, I think they might have a chance in this one.
There was Washira handing it off to James Mwangi.
James Mwangi.
He does a classic Dirk Nowitzki.
One-legged. James Mwangi, another veteran in this league.
Also, one player shouldn't let to get into his element, because once he gets comfortable, that's it.
And I think James Mwangi has played in almost all teams.
He's a traveler.
It's only
He's a journeyman.
He's a journeyman.
And maybe NBK. NBK will take him on retirement.
He played for Cooperative.
He played for Cooperative. He was the MVP in 2012 and 2013 when I was in Coop Bank. Played for Ulinzi. Has played for KPA. Right now he's here in Thunder. Probably Umoja or NBK should be his last team.
We are campaigning for him to play for NBK. For Coach King. And I feel the game has not yet opened up. We are not seeing some free-flowing basketball.
What do you mean the game is not opened up? Just say the game is not opened up for one team.
A lot of turnovers for both teams. That's what I'm trying to say.
But people are not capitalizing on that. When you get a turnover, make it count. Cause that's for him.
Gets his first free throw. Fahim aka Alpha Blondie. He likes to call himself the Slim Reaper. And he misses his second.
He didn't have much. Let's see first this three-pointer.
On that,
he wasn't used much in the semi-finals against Equity. Oh,
he's really got it.
Man, this guy is confirming that this is totally his home court.
I think if
timeout has been called, right?
They have to call a timeout.
Or is it the quarter that's ended? It's the end of the quarter.
What a start from Nairobi City Thunder.
Wow. Wow. This is quite something, ladies and gentlemen.
Is this a situation where we are going to see a blow-up?
I hope not. People have come to this game so to appreciate that there is more than one good team in Kenya, and for a team to get a blowout in a final, bro, it shows that the other teams are really not showing up. So what they were able to do, this is Coach Cliff, I'm expecting better from him. What they were able to do back in Mombasa with the first two games, Saturday and Sunday of last week, they ought to be doing better in game 3. As King had stated, if you need to do a full court press, pursuing Albert Odero, or and make a stop. Just try and make a stop. Try and make a stop. It counts.
That is the end of the first. As you're waiting to go for the second quarter, we still want to shout out all the fans who are watching us, to all the fans who have come to Nyayo Gymnasium in their thousands, and the millions who are watching us across the world. Asanteni sana. Nairobi City Thunder have made another change. In comes Dismas Di Matteo for
watching us live.
Magneto.
Watching us live from the far east. Doha, Qatar. Eric Omari, thank you very much. Point guard. He was a point guard, by the way.
Point guard. Eric Omari. Big shout out to you. We are back for the second quarter.
They need to update not only the shot clock but also the scores.
And this sub by Coach Brad is a very crucial sub, bringing in Dismas Di Matteo, a defensive player, to come and try stop Toby, who has arguably been KPA's best player.
That was not a great shot.
We just joined.
That's Washira.
We can do better than that. Ken Washira with the long three, basket no good. Haidara Abdullahi with the rebound, gets tangled up with Fidel Okoth, and that is going to be KPA basketball. Dismas Baka. Dismas Baka against Tobias. Also turning it over.
Sorry. Also, I'm guessing Garang didn't make the South Sudan team for the Olympics, as he would have been playing tonight against the United States of America.
Against the US. I think Garang Ding is supposed to be playing for the Morans, the Kenya Morans.
Will be a good addition.
A very good addition for us. Joe Byron makes his first free throw. Joe Byron was their best player in the first game in Mombasa.
Yes, he had 17 points, right?
Yeah, he has 17 points. He came up big in that game. So we're expecting some of these players to hit up
as the game progresses.
Yeah, as the game progresses. Albert doing Albert things. Joe Byron with the answer on the other end. And I think that is one area that KPN need to capitalize on. Fast break, easy baskets.
Albert cooking.
And Albert missing. Job going strong, and he misses that.
Slow it down a bit.
Aerial card. Ken Washira had all the time, he thought about it with the floater. Basket no good. Now Toby.
He just put the ball ahead and he knew he won't be matched on the speed.
Fidel again in the corner.
No shot.
Basket no good. Rebound Muga. Muga to Tobias. Tobias going to work. Now Haidara. Haidara with the up and under move on aerial card.
Nice.
Putting your defender on the lane. Timeout, Nairobi City Thunder. That was a very nice move by Abdullahi Haidara. No, he's a very, very long player, and you know he should be taking advantage of his size.
That's very true. He should be more in the paint, not to be scared of getting there.
He has the moves. That is a classic Hakeem Olajuwon move. The up and under.
So well, on this time, I wish to ask King, what do you think should the Morans be doing better for us to propel the game, and even if it's in the selection or whatever? What do you think we should be doing better?
I think for Kenya Morans, you know, I'm part of the youth setup. We have a lot of under 18, under 16 who are doing well. What Morans need to do, we need to get our players in the diaspora. If you look at it right now, even South Sudan, they're bringing their players from the diaspora. Moran has to bring a lot of our players from the diaspora, then blend it with the local players. We are able to make a lot of noise in Africa. All African teams now are bringing their players who either naturalized or are playing in the States, in Europe or in Australia. Bring them to the national team, then you gel them with the local ones. You have a shot in Afrobasket.
Why I was asking King that, we'll get back to that. Let's continue the play. And there we go.
He thought he got fouled on that play.
Okal feels as if there was an and one that was denied to him.
I thought he got fouled.
Yeah.
The referee.
But I see that they wouldn't call all foul, so.
We say the referee's confusion is always fine.
And we abide by it.
This must be Mateo. This must be Mateo going strong.
A very good hand.
And that is what he can do for you. Shauri Moyo's finest. This must be Mateo.
They need to pay you, Sasa.
They need to. We are going to ask our team manager, Ken Washira, with the long three in and out. And Ken Washira, if he can get it going, I'm telling you, it's going to be a very, very long night for KPN. Aerial card.
Fidel Okot cooking today.
And he did a good job of protecting that basketball from the defender.
It's a 20-point game. It's a 20-point game difference. Not really looking good for
KPA. And so many people that I talked to before the game, they were of the same opinion that KPA are going to get blown out in this game. We thought they were going to at least get a win in the first or the second game in Mombasa. But coming to Nairobi, we all know what Nairobi City Thunder can do here in Nyayo.
Are we saying we need a large water body for them to feel at home, for them to win?
Maybe we should bring the swimming pool closer.
Or we just fill it up with water?
Well, I know we have a lot of time to play. And as you said, Coach Cliff, a veteran coach, is also our national team coach. And we're expecting him to pull cards, and rally his troops. Expecting KPA to come back in this game. As it is right now, it's not looking so good for them, but we have a lot of time to play. Tobias has been very, very passive in this game. Shira. Albert loses the ball. Now Gary Wekesa. Joe Byron. And he got tied up. That ball will remain in Nairobi City Thunder.
And from the body language of KPA, they look like they've lost the game. I don't know whether the weather is doing something for them. It's a bit cold in Nairobi, but that shouldn't be very cold in the court.
Yeah. It has to be very hot inside there. That's a long two. KPA missed it.
KPA managed to keep the ball even with that one. These guys will have a very not easy travel back to
Mombasa.
Coastal City.
Gary Wekesa to Joe Byron. Back to Tobias. Job.
He can also thread a needle well. Oh, nice.
Gary Wekesa with the bank shot.
Bashirak.
Albert working on Sally. Dismas. Fidel with the pump fake. Fidel goes strong and it's foul.
As he goes into the free throw line, and I'll bring it back to why I was asking King the query on what the Morans will do. A couple of years back, we were playing against the South Sudanese team here. We're able to be that team here. I believe the travel back to Githurai was not favorable to so many of the South Sudanese fans.
Yeah.
But amidst all that, that team right now that Luol Deng was setting up has been able to grow. We had a similar great team. Where is the disconnect between then and now? What did we lose out on?
I think if you look at what Luol Deng has done, great investment. South Sudan not only train in South Sudan, they train in America, they train in Great Britain. Yesterday they played Portugal, the day before they played Germany, today they're playing USA. Look at it. You cannot win this game if you don't invest. You need money, you need all logistics done. Kenya has done what they can in terms of bringing in the players from abroad, but it's not good enough. We need to have a serious investment, not only on the youth, Junior Moran, but also bring back those who we know are out there and can play for the national team.
Thank you very much, King.
We have so many players who are playing in Europe, in the US. Preston is playing in Australia. Desmond Owilu, also in Australia, playing for the Geelong Super Cats.
Tyler Ongwai.
Tyler is in Germany. And Ogechi
is in Spain. Awich is in France. They all need to come back.
We need all those players back to the Morans.
No, they don't need to come back. They need to come and play. Yeah, so bring them back. So I'll be saying, bro, you gotta pay their bills. So we're just hoping how well they can be part of the team. And as stated, I would also love a scenario where the league is commercialized, in the sense that the investment that Thunder have done and other corporate teams like Equity and KPA, organizational teams, and people are able to cash in. How well can we grow that beyond just two teams. We don't want a scenario where it's obvious that Thunder will be playing in the finals next season. It's turning out the same way in rugby when someone knows Cabrasso's KCB will be playing in the finals. So how well do we diversify it? Those are some of the things we just need to look at, and how well to also make the fun experience. This place is super packed, King. Super packed. Right behind the line, there shouldn't be anyone there. But it's because this place is packed. How well can we be having such high magnitude games being played at places like Kasarani?
That is what we need. We need such games to be played in Kasarani. And we are hoping that the federation is going to work on that to come next season.
There's a walk by Fidel Okoth.
Fidel Okoth was
Father.
He was playing in Oman.
Yes.
Griffin Ligare on course to win his first championship.
I remember how they came close. I remember how they came close as Thunder, and then they were leading, if I'm not wrong, 2-0. 2-0 against Ulinzi.
I remember a couple of years back when I was playing for Thunder, we also came close against Coke Bank.
And then
King knows the story.
I know it.
They brought in mercenaries.
We had to.
That was our year. But
so Cooperative Bank just told you, we are you.
That is exactly what they say. Aerial card with the long two. Basket no good. John Williams controlling the rebound. Now Gary Wekesa has been very quiet in this game.
Yes, not much.
He had a very, very big game against Strathmore University.
In the semi-finals, right?
Yeah, in the semi-finals. He had a very huge game. And we have not seen much from him since that time. Now Job
that was not the best of passes. No shot.
Pull up three.
What I tell you about Griffin on offensive and defensive rebounds.
James,
he'll always showboat when he's doing that. He won't give you an easy layup.
we are still waiting for him to get fouled so that he can dance on the free throw line. Very many fans are waiting for James Mwangi to go to the free throw line.
I enjoyed his matchup against when they're playing against Thunder. No, against Equity. There's this, is it from Congo? Joel
Tambwe.
I enjoyed their matchups because both of them are showmen. And both of them are dramatic. Not
a very interesting matchup, that one.
You see where the players, where the fans are, someone shouldn't be there. An inbound is not easy. It's very hazardous for both the players and the fans right there.
That's very dangerous. And Nyayo Gymnasium has become very small, even for regular season games, where we saw scenarios where the court was fully packed. We had fans complaining some. There are even fans right now who are outside still wanting to come in, but they can't come in because we're also fearing for their safety. We don't want to have a scenario where there's a stampede in the arena.
Safety, fans, safety, player safety, everyone's safety comes in as priority one.
You can see the fans enjoying themselves. Some very, very lovely ladies tonight. That's a quick timeout. Another player who Nairobi City Thunder have not been using a lot this season is Moses Alier.
Alier, his time will come. He's a bit young, and you know Griffo is gonna get out of the game soon, so they have a backup. Alier has to be very patient. He has to know, because most of the time when he was brought in the game, he does a lot of things hurriedly, and that's why the coach doesn't use him so much. But if you look at Griffo, very mature. He knows when to go fast, when to go slow, and when to play with a lot of IQ.
Moses Alier, also another showman. He likes that hand-one street basketball, but a very, very good player. And we're hoping we're going to see him cracking the ranks and getting to the starting five in Nairobi City Thunder. Joe Byron, very strong.
Out ball. Shoot.
Moga.
Oh, nice. That was super.
Finally, they have a three from Muga.
Yeah, they say they were all from the three-point line.
Yeah.
Wow.
That is their first 3-point in this
And they
game.
were clutch in Mombasa. Or is the familiarity of the court?
Familiarity of the court. Griffin thought about it. Before with the crossover. And the basket.
Griffin Ligare.
This is what the fans came to see.
Oh,
You saw the
proper.
crossover.
Proper. Now you see him, now you don't.
Now you see him, now you don't. You have to get a map to locate that man. Oga.
Nice. Well
That
in.
is a nice pass.
He just tried the needle there. Able to see it through the Milio people. Garang-Ding.
And
Grifo
KPA
has range.
KPA have to be more
God.
aggressive. They have to be more aggressive on those defensive rebounds.
Now they're just exchanging baskets.
Aerial Carl
Gary Kesa.
with that baseline jump. Aerial Carl, a journeyman. Another player who has been all over the place.
All over the world.
All over the world. I always tell people Aerial Carl is the only Kenyan player to have played in Budapest.
Hungary.
In Hungary, in Budapest. Aerial Carl has been all over the world. A very, very good acquisition by Nairobi City Thunder.
Not forgetting that he's coming from a very sporty family.
Yeah.
The younger sister, Felmus.
Felmas in, she's playing in Troy University.
Troy
in the
basketball,
US.
yes. And I remember I saw a clip of his smaller brother who's also equally tall.
Equally tall. I think he's playing for Manu still, if I'm not wrong. He's not in the under 16 team, under 18. Not so sure about that.
There's Griffin Ligare taking on Wambua. It's taken 19 years.
Garang drops it to Carl. And Carl
Would have been a very
make
great tender basket.
foul and one.
And if I'm not wrong, I think the quarter is over.
And
4 seconds to play.
I feel like Nairobi City Thunder are just having fun out there. KPA still struggling a lot. There's a lot they need to do.
It's a 16-point game.
Aerial Carl converts his first free throw.
If you ask me, that matchup between Equity and Thunder would have been the final. Never happened this year. Let's see what will happen in the new year. Because KPA body language, never for a final.
Yeah.
And it's halftime, ladies and gentlemen.
That is the end of the first half. As we are going to the second half, to this break, what do you think KPA are supposed to do in the second half?
Right now, it's just to manage the game. How well do you stop it from being a proper blowout? How well do you do proper rotations? Bring in the bench players to come and also enjoy themselves, because maybe there's pressure to the likes of Tobias, Gary Wekesa, Haidara. How well do you now just enable the bench, the role players to just come in and enjoy the feel of the game, and just because the bleeding is already happened, the patient is already in ICU. How do you move them back into the normal ward and try and bring them back into the normal day-to-day living?
See you in the second half.
Coach Brad,
What's up?
man, congratulations for making the finals.
Thank you.
I just wanted to ask you, how do you ensure that the team still maintains the focus and motivation despite the pressure of being the unbeaten team?
Yeah. Well, I think at this point, there's a lot to play for, right? We're playing for an unbeaten season. We really want to get Griff a championship, right?
Yeah.
So I think those are some things that really help us to lock in. I think guys have, that's not something also that you just flip the switch and all of a sudden you're prepared. The reality is these guys have been preparing for this for almost a full calendar year.
Yeah.
So we'll do our normal pregame stuff, but I fully expect them to be locked in and ready to go from the beginning.
Yeah. Thank you, Coach.
Yeah.
Coach Cliff, congratulations for making the finals.
Thank you. Thank you.
I just wanted to ask you one question. How do you personally prepare for a high-stake game like this one?
It's not a one-day thing. So of course it's always a process. It's not just one item. And when it comes to big games, you can make corrections, yes, but then it's a process that has been through the season.
And you guys, of course, you are trailing by 2 games. What are some of the adjustments that you are going to make in this game today?
Actually, it's after watching both games, the necessary adjustments we need to make is just us getting more discipline in one, offensive execution, and then I think defensively we've been very good. We've been very good keeping a team like Thunder to 59 points. That's Agada 173 against a good talented side like that. It's not bad. We just need to do a lot more, do a better job on the offensive end and be able to kill the game.
Thank you so much, Coach.
Albert Odero with the long two.
And even Albert, he takes him time to.
You are not supposed to be doing some of the things that Garang is doing.
Albert
calling for the screen.
He didn't capitalize on it, it didn't go in.
Albert to Garang.
Okay, score 20 and more points. Then Thunder win any game.
As Henry Okal makes that reverse layup. Albert Odero with the long two.
And even Albert, he takes him time to.
You are not supposed to be doing some of the things that Garang is doing.
Albert
calling for the screen.
He didn't capitalize on it, it didn't go in.
Albert to Garang.
Okay, score 20 and more points. Then Thunder win any game.
As Henry Okal makes that reverse layup. Albert Odero with the long two.
And even Albert, he takes him time to.
You are not supposed to be doing some of the things that Garang is doing.
Albert
calling for the screen.
He didn't capitalize on it, it didn't go in.
Albert to Garang.
Okay, score 20 and more points. Then Thunder win any game.
As Henry Okal makes that reverse layup. Albert Odero with the long two.
What I tell you about Griffin on offensive and defensive rebounds.
James, one.
He'll always show. What I tell you about Griffin on offensive and defensive rebounds.
James, one.
He'll always show. What I tell you about Griffin on offensive and defensive rebounds.
For James Mwangi to go to the free throw line.
I enjoyed his matchup against when they're playing against Thunder, no, against Equity.
Yeah. For James Mwangi to go to the free throw line.
I enjoyed his matchup against when they're playing against Thunder. No,
Griffin thought about it. Oh, with the crossover and the basket. Griffin thought about it. Oh, with the crossover and the basket. Griffin thought about it. Oh, with the crossover.
it's taken 19 years.
Garan drops it to Carl. And Carl
would have been a very great. It's taken 19 years.
Garan drops it to Carl. And Carl
would have been a very great. It's taken 19 years.
Garan drops it to Carl. And Carl
would have been a very great. It's taken 19 years.
Garan drops it to Carl. And Carl
would have been a very great. It's taken 19 years.
Garan drops it to Carl. And Carl
would have been a very great. It's taken 19 years.
Garan drops it to Carl. And Carl
would have been a very great. It's taken 19 years.
Garan drops it to Carl. And Carl
would have been a very great. It's taken 19 years.
Garan drops it to Carl. And Carl
would have been a very great. It's taken 19 years.
Garan drops it to Carl. And Carl
would have been a very great. It's taken 19 years.
Garan drops it to Carl. And Carl
would have been a very great. It's taken 19 years.
Garan drops it to Carl. And Carl
would have been a very great. It's taken 19 years. What I tell you about Griffin on offensive and defensive rebounds.
James Mwangi.
He'll always show. What I tell you about Griffin on offensive and defensive rebounds.
James Mwangi.
He'll always show. What I tell you about Griffin on offensive and defensive.
Coach Cliff, congratulations for making the finals.
Thank you. Thank you.
I just wanted to ask you one question.
Yeah.
How do you personally prepare for a high-stake game like this one?
It's not a one-day thing. So of course it's always a process. It's not just one item. And when it comes to big games, you can make corrections, yes, but then it's a process that has been through the season.
And you guys, of course, you are trailing by 2 games. What are some of the adjustments that you are going to make in this game today?
Actually,
And which team do you support? Which team do you support? How much are you giving to Zakara? I need more money. I need more money. I need $10. I got your money. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Okay, I have $1 here. I've been given $20 and what I can do is $20 and 1,000 shillings donated by my fans here. I won't give it to the referee. I won't give it to the best referee. Can I give it to the best referee? Okay, this money will be given to the MVP of the game. MVP, okay? So whoever is choosing the MVP, they have 20,000 and they have additional money donated by my friends from America. Thank you very much. DJ and request our fans, they want to Maandamano by beer. Maandamano by beer. DJ. DJ, Maandamano by beer. Okay, can you give me the time pressure? Can you ensure if we have the court, don't let it be for Chief Crew, if you're ready, you can go ahead. Crew Chief, and only international referee, when you're ready, you can go ahead.
And we are back for the second half of this game 3 of the best of 5 series between Nairobi City Thunder and KPA Dockers basketball. For all those who are joining us, karibuni sana. Fidel Okoa misses that baseline 3.
Fidel was looking at just starting off from where he, or just the same way he started off the first half. The first 3 minutes he was at the base 3-point line and he made it count, but this one didn't go in. A game of runs, let's see
if KP are going to make the runs
count. Not just doing a run, but making your run
making
count.
them count. Albert working.
He's fouled.
And he has been fouled.
He's fouled.
I think
that one was fouled.
That was a bailout call by the referees.
Yeah.
I thought that was good defense. Looked like a turnover. I don't know why the referees called a foul, but because the referees can see what we can't see.
Totally true.
But Albert is fouled and Gary Wekesa goes to...
Most likely something he said.
Something the referees saw that we didn't see.
Something I was said. Something referees had.
It's something that Albert said after the foul.
Yes.
I think that was a technical foul.
Yes. Okay, 2 shots and still possession.
Some nice words being exchanged on court.
Haidara offloading.
Tobias going strong, misses, big rebound by Haidara. Haidara going strong and is fouled by Fidel. Haidara is a very, very good offensive rebounder. One of the best, if not the best rebounder in the country right now. Abdullah Haidara, coming all the way from West Africa. And one of the things that I will also want to see in our league next season is more foreign players. I want to see more foreign players, you know.
There was a time Kenyans were leaving, going to play in outside leagues like in Uganda. That we are able to attract talent from across the region, that's a major plus too.
It's a major plus. You know, once you have players coming in from other parts of the continent, it makes the league grow. And so many players can learn a lot from those guys. Griffin has had himself a game tonight. Before again attacking, only finish, and that ball goes straight to Albert. Griffin split the D.
Oh.
For him.
Just keep
with
the
an
ball
easy
moving.
two.
Keep the ball moving.
The ball is going to move faster than the players. Idara Abdullahi with the up and under.
Proper block right there by Fidel. No, by Area Local.
Albert getting tied up. Before the long three. Missed it. Rebound Tobias. Fares Adala with a strong move on the baseline. And KPA look like they started making a run.
Most important is to make stops, and then when you get your ball, make it count.
Albert the answer.
And don't allow a guy like Albert Odero such space, because he's going to make you pay. Game was 13 points difference, now 16 points again.
Just when I was saying that KPA had started making a run, they proved me wrong.
That's what it's called, the commentator's curse.
Faris Adala, former Nairobi University.
Oh, that was a really clean shot.
With a hand on his face, and he still manages to convert it.
Hey.
Albert with the answer.
You know, you need to remember that these people, some of them are parents. Some have come with their kids to watch them play. Some have told people back in the village, kindly tune in and watch. And you do these things to them.
The women and the children. Hide all women and the children.
This is war. Spare the women and children.
Albert doing Albert things.
Hey.
But
someone left home today, kissed the kids, and told them that I'll be back, but you can watch me play hoops. And this is what they see. Albert, please be fair to other people.
People have families.
Fares Adala not able to capitalize on that fast free throw attempt. It's a 16-point game with 7 minutes to play in the third quarter.
Fares Adala misses both. Abdullahi Haidara.
KPA maintain possession.
I really like the energy that Abdullahi Haidara brings.
That's correct. That's correct. Because I felt as if Tobias' energy has kind of dwindled.
Yeah, they drop, and I think it's because Nairobi City Thunder have been putting a lot of bodies on him.
Yes.
We've seen Griffin guarding him, Dismas Di Matteo. They know what he can do, and Albert is fouled.
Albert creates paths even where you believe there is no route.
I don't know how he found space between three players, three defenders. A very fun player to watch.
Oh, he's super amazing.
We're still waiting for him to
the
give
Rangdeng.
Oh,
there's Grifo.
He's not going to miss those. Griffin Ligare is pouring it in.
I don't know what KPA can do to Griffin, because like we thought Albert would come in clutch in this game 3, but it's been all
Griffin
or mostly, not all but mostly, Griffin Ligare.
He can't miss. Griffin Ligare can't miss tonight, and I think
of his like 5 attempts from the 3-point line.
Yeah.
He has like 3 or 4 going in.
He's clearly going for the MVP.
He's already gotten it.
He's going for the MVP. He's gotten it already. At 40 years old, he's going to be
going for the first,
the oldest MVP in the country. Widges John misses everything on that attempt. Now Garang.
6'6".
Garang also 6'6" point guard. Aerial Carl.
Fahim, easy. That's the easiest basket you'll see tonight.
by Fahim Alpha Blondie Juma.
Tobias there trying to rally his team. It's a 19-point game again.
But can you be that careless in a game that you're trailing? A final
Oh,
game
fantastic,
that you're
fantastic
trailing?
shot. Is that the Haidara?
Haidara Abdullahi.
Gary Wekese. Oh,
What a fake from Griffin. Garang with the Euro. Misses that.
that was a
Layup
foul
again.
from Garang. It's too aggressive.
That's a veteran foul. He had to stop that fast break opportunity for KPA. We are still waiting for KPA to join the party. We don't know why they've been late.
There's usually those. I don't want to say how we've been raised badly to say that Costarians are slow, but maybe we can use that against them and say they may pick up in the end of the third quarter going into the last quarter.
Let us hope so. Most of these fans who came here today were hoping to see a very close contest. Nobody was going to predict that KPA will be trailing this badly. And it's just the beginning of the second half.
No shots.
And I could see that basket was going away from the rim from him.
As you said, Haidara is a very good rebound collector, and he's been able to collect that one. John Byron there.
Gary Wekesa.
They have to attack. Whoa, and he's lost the ball. And you know what he'll do?
You already know. You already know.
As long as the path is clear, the Kenya Airways flight will take off.
He's going to take off. And once they start doing...
What I tell you about Griffin on offensive and defensive rebounds.
James won.
He'll always show. What I tell you about Griffin on offensive and Gary Wekese. Oh,
what a fake from Griffin. Albert Kenya Airways giving us the highlight. With the slightest of stress.
Gary Wekese. Oh,
what a fake from Griffin.
Gary Wekese.
Only finish. And that ball goes straight to Albert. Griffin split the D.
Oh,
Fahim.
I'm surprised they did more of that.
Yeah, we are going to see more of that. I can guarantee.
Coach Brad there having word with Garang Deng.
And this crowd.
Coach Cliff.
Only finish. And that ball goes straight to Albert. Griffin split the D.
Oh,
Fahim. Only finish. And that ball goes straight to Albert. Job Byron. And Job Byron is playing very high tonight. I don't know why. I don't like seeing him playing that high. He's very, very effective.
Yes.
In the
Playing
paint.
in the biz, eh?
Yeah. Garang.
For him.
Good ball movement. Albert again. Garang. Dribble, pull up.
The elbow wasn't well placed while he was attempting that.
Good defense, KPA.
Oh,
Toby. Still nothing from him so far in this game. And I think KPA's offense will go as far as Toby goes.
that's correct. You see, don't forget they collect energy from him. If he's able to push, they're able to push as a team. To remember that he had from the first two finals, he had 17 and 15 points respectively.
Yeah.
We expect much better because I'm guessing he's less than double digits right tonight.
Yeah.
There is Abdullahi.
Haidara. KPA bigs are playing very, very high. I don't know if that is a strategy that they have come with in this second half.
Coach Cliff can do better and just switch it up.
I thought Joe Byron and Abdullahi Haidara are very effective inside the paint. You know, seeing them coming for the dribble handoffs and all those pick and rolls up
Yes.
there that are not effective because their guards are not attacking.
That's correct. That's correct.
If your guards are not attacking, then there's no need for the bigs to come high. You are giving Thunder a lot of advantages on their defense.
Fahim Abdallah.
Fahim Juma.
Fahim Juma.
Alpha Plody.
Being able to collect and the basket. He was fouled while he was heading backwards.
Fahim Juma.
It's a 3-point play. Let's see whether he's able to capitalize on that one.
Nairobi City Thunder players are all smiles. If you look at them, they know what's at stake. They already feel like they have gotten the job done, at least for now.
I won't be surprised if Okal doesn't come back into the game.
Maybe it's time for Coach Brad to clear the bench. At this point, he has all the luxury to do that. Now this is going to be interesting, and that is Albert. Kenya Airways taking flight. I told you, I could guarantee you that we were going to see a
dance were coming.
Dance are going to come. And at this point, moving forward, you are going to see dance after dance.
That's a foul right there.
Albert Kenya Airways, the showman himself, with that hammer dunk. That dunk is what we call the backscratch.
Coach Cliff.
Only finish, and that ball goes straight to Albert. Griffin, split to the B. For him, only finish, and that ball goes straight. At this point, he has all the luxury to do that. Now this is going to be interesting, and that is Albert.
Like you see, I'll say, right now, KPA is already bleeding. When they were hot and they were trying to pursue the game, Griffin came in clutch. Albert right now going for MVP, well and good. But if you ask me, I'll keep it to the guy who made it possible with all those crazy shots well in the first and second and third quarter. With a minute to play.
And for all those people who have played for Nairobi City Thunder or have been close to the team, you always know the team is doing very well and very good if Coach Guy is not clapping. If Guy is not clapping on the sidelines, you're doing a good job. I've not heard his claps tonight, so I believe the team is doing very, very good. Coach Gaiden. You can see the fans enjoying themselves.
Why are you not saying lovely fans as you stated in the first half? Why are you holding back on the compliments? Robert, are you biased on the loveliness?
I'm also trying to protect some people. I don't want my words to be used against me.
Abdullahi Dara misses the first free shot. Going into the second one.
Abdullahi Haidara misses the second. Tobias
many attempts, struggling. Very little to show from those attempts.
He has had a very, very, very bad game.
It's been a bad day in the office for Tobias.
Fahim with the deep one. No good. Albert with the cleanup. And is it fair to still have Albert play the court at this point?
That's what I say. Clear the bench.
Just clear the bench. Abdullahi Haidara with the dunk.
Yeah, on James Mwangi.
On James Mwangi, we saw that. James Mwangi, we saw that.
Dismas
was trying to run away from the crime scene.
Odero wants a play, he wants to drive. Tobias has the place locked. He knows.
He's in no man's land.
He
right
knows.
Now. Free by Dismas. Fahim with the rebound, put back. And that, ladies and gentlemen, has been the story of the night. KPA can't defend, they can't score, they can't collect rebounds. I don't know.
It's quite unfortunate that
Another one coming, and he had to be fouled. We just joined. Please let us have the highlights. We did not come here to see that.
we just was like, you know, you can't be scoring all this and still showboating on us.
Let us get the highlights. These fans have paid a lot of money to get inside this gym. They need to see the dunks. Albert misses his first free throw.
Most importantly is for Griffith to win a title and not necessarily getting the MVP.
Yeah.
So if the MVP goes to Albert, there shouldn't be any
With them, I believe Griffin is also a very good player. For
That was
him,
a very quick release.
And overtime quarter.
that is the end of the third quarter. At this point, he has all the luxury to do that. Now this is going to be interesting, and that is Albert. At this point, he has all the luxury to do that. Now this is going to be interesting, and that is Albert. At this point, he has all the luxury to do that. Now this is going to be interesting, and that is Albert.
It's quite unfortunate that
Another one coming, and he had to be fouled. We just joined.
it's quite unfortunate that
Another one coming, and he had to be fouled. We just joined.
it's quite unfortunate that
Another one coming. No man's land.
He
right
knows.
now. Free by Dismas. Fahim with the rebound, put back, and that no man's land.
He
right
knows.
Now. Free the court at this point.
That's why I say clear the bench.
Just clear the bench. Abdullah Aidara with the dunk. The court at this point.
That's why I say clear the bench.
Just clear the bench. Abdullah Aidara with the dunk. The court at this point.
That's why I say clear the bench.
Just clear the bench. Abdullah Aidara with the dunk. The court at this point.
That's why I say clear the bench.
Just clear the bench. Abdullah Aidara with the dunk. The court at this point.
That's why I say clear the bench. For Tobias.
Fahim with the deep one. No good. Albert with the cleanup.
For Tobias.
Fahim with the deep one. No good. Albert with the cleanup. At this point, he has all the. And we are back for the fourth and final quarter of this game. As it stands right now, Nairobi City Thunder are on course to do the unthinkable, finishing this season unbeaten. At this point, he has all the luxury to do that. Now this is going to be interesting, and that is Albert. At this point, he has all the luxury to do that. Now this is going to be interesting, and that is Albert. At this point, he has all the luxury to do that. Now this is going to be interesting, and that is Albert. at this point, he has all.
So in soccer, we're able to do an unbeaten season, but this is unprecedented here in Kenya.
In Kenya, it's never happened before.
Yes.
So for all those people who are here tonight and watching this game, you are witnessing history.
I'm seeing Griffo is back into the game.
He was back. Tobias has been struggling the whole game. I think familiarity with the court has also been a major factor for KPA.
But is there a Kenyan basketball player who's never played at Nyayo? Everyone should be familiar with this court. One day or the other, you have to have come here.
That's a good steal by Job Byron. Job driving hard, and he's fouled by Knbl, of course. That is the battle of the bald-headed men. Job Byron, Knbl, of course. Those two have had some very, very intense battles over the years. And tonight it looks like Knbl, of course, is going to come up on top. Job Byron misses his first. He has also struggled in this game. Job had a very good game one in Mombasa. And since then, we have seen very, very little from him. And those are some of the players who KPA depend on. Then, for him, K1.
Whoa.
Aerial, good ball movement, K1.
Hey! I think there's a switch again into the MVP. There's a switch into the MVP contest.
And now it's back to before.
Wow. As the fan says, injected in my vein. There was a pull right there.
I don't know what KPA can do right now. I really don't know what they can do.
You asked whether they'll have a comeback. I told you the comeback will be coming back to the court, and they managed to get back into the court.
There's nothing they can do right now.
That's the max they could do, is get back into the court.
That is the only comeback they are going to do.
That's the best as a comeback they could have done. They let the game go away so fast within the first and second quarter. I remember there was a time the score starts 2-14. As a time there was a score at like 25-9. It wasn't encouraging.
But did you see the ball movement from Nairobi City?
Correct.
That is beautiful basketball. That ball movement.
Now looking forward to the road to Bal for
Knbl, of course.
not able to capitalize on that one. It's Tobias with the ball.
Tobias.
He's not been able to put a basket.
Aerial turns it over. Now Job goes for the easy two.
That's why I told you, you can't be dunking when you're losing badly.
just that. Maybe that would be the.
They are not Thanasis Yantotokumpo. He'll pull that one for you. There's nothing which KPA has brought into the table today. What they did in game 1 and game 2 was amazing. They were able to push. Today, we're only reporting what we are seeing. We cannot create a score for them which is non-existent. I would love to say the way there was a step back that was done, but it's non-existent. I would love to say that was a great turnover that was picked up and there was a dunk by a KPA player, but there's nothing like that to report.
So we are just saying it as it is.
It is what it is.
Everyone. This is that 3.
Oh, there's Joe Byron with the ball, handing it over. Ball in Tobias.
What a fun pick by Faris Adala.
And misses the easy two. So what should we have said there? That was an amazing miss. Come on.
Maybe we should talk about the pumps.
Griffo signs out from the game. And you can hear the chants for MVP. What did I tell you about the switch? It happened in that three-point play.
Yes, indeed.
But you see, you can say MVP and then Albert Odero comes back in and then he does another heavy dunk.
At this point, we don't really know. Nairobi City Thunder are just giving us everything.
I wish to ask the camera crew if they can be able to showcase some of the shoes by the KPA players, because I believe that will be the highlights of what I can say from their side. That's the best I can say.
7 minutes to go. To the end of the game.
I can see some nice Nikes there, blue. Not even blue. What's
Abdullahi Haidar. Nice shoes, Abdullahi Haidar. Nice shoes.
We've been left with not much to say. Good ball movement right there. Fares Adala.
Fares Adala. Wambua.
Simon.
Wambua has also been quiet. Adara in the middle.
Well in. Great shot right there. We should, we're not sure when they'll score again. So let's talk about it there. That was a very great shot there by Idara.
By Abdullahi Idara. What a jump shot by Abdullahi.
All the way from West Africa to Nairobi.
From Mali.
For him.
Aerial. But, Aerial has also struggled with this game.
Fidel. He was not able to come back up. For him.
In and out. Aerial, rebound, in control. And now
Idara.
All of a sudden becomes the point.
Tobias. It's really been a tough day for Tobias.
Really tough.
They maintain possession.
And now I think we're going to see Nairobi City.
And they're leaving the court.
They're clearing the bench right now. I don't think we're going to see much from the Standard game. And DJ Olang is going to have a feel of the finals. It's always good for every player to
get a feel of it, especially if you're in the winning team.
You're not winning from the bench. It's never fun. And right now this game has just turned into a pickup game. It is a pickup game. Nairobi City
That's a walk right there.
Nairobi City Thunder have done their job and they're just having fun at this point.
By 30 substitution.
It's been a great season. Great season. Starting off from the first game, going a whole 35 games without losing a game. It came close to them losing when they were playing against Equity, but they were able to rally back and be able to take up that match. They nearly lost it again in the first game while playing KPA in Mombasa when they were 17 points down. They rallied from there and were able to take that win. Second game, they were able to take that win, and here they are leading by more than 30. And another three-point attempt. Whoa! You can't make this stuff up, ladies and gentlemen. This is Nairobi City Thunder.
Oh yes. What a game, another three. And Aerial misses it. And I've just seen Daryl getting onto the score sheet in a finals game, in a playoffs game. Wow. Finals game. His first bucket of the playoffs. And there he goes again. Daryl. And he loses the ball. Nairobi City Thunder, what a season. What a season from this team. And talking about Equity Bank, I think they were the biggest. At this point, he has all the luxury to do that. Now this is going to be interesting. And that is Albert. At this point, he has all the luxury to do that. Now this is going to be interesting. And that is Albert. At this point, he has K1.
Whoa.
Aerial, good ball movement. K1.
Hey!
K1.
Whoa.
Aerial, good ball movement. K1.
Hey! another switch. It happened in that three-point play.
Yes, indeed.
But you see, you can say MVP, and then Albert Odero comes back in, and then he does another switch. It happened in that three-point play.
Yes, indeed.
But you see, you can say MVP, and then Albert Odero comes back in game. They were able to take that win, and here they are leading by more than 30. And another three-point attempt. Oh! The lights are brighter, cameras are on you. How well do you show up? How well do you showcase? This is the avenue where you showcase to Brad that I'm also someone you can count on come the next season. So this is an opportunity for all these young players. I'm looking at the guys, the likes of Ariel. How well do you showcase and how well do you come up big? You have your off season to go and work on your plays. Then next season, you may become a starter in some of the games. How well do you capitalize on it?
Fahim Juma with the three.
Told you.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is over.
80-42.
80-42 are the scores.
This is a 38-point game difference.
We are not making this thing up. This is exactly what is happening on court. 80-42.
That was a walk. That was a walk that had been called. Haidara, we want you to dunk during the play, not when the whistle has come. We wish that you showcase that when the game is on play.
We start removing our brooms.
Removing the brooms. The brooms have been in the court all along. What do you mean?
Darin contributing to the bench, coming from the bench and making a lot of contributions for his team. It's very good to see from Darin. Muga with the free, hit it out. Joe Byron with the rebound. Wambua has been
offload.
Muga gets that easy layup. Daryl again going to work. Fix it. Dismas. Daryl with the ISO. Daryl misses it. Loses the ball. 2 minutes to play.
There was no shot there. He couldn't see. A swallow at times. We call the hallelujah pass.
Right now, these guys are they're playing around in KPA. It's like trying around it's not what I expected in this game.
You had asked, you had made an ask at the beginning of the game. You had asked me what I was expecting from this game.
Yeah.
And my feedback was clear. I anticipated KPA not to have come for an easy game. But as the game progressed, I was expecting the surge to happen at the third quarter. Unfortunately, the surge started in the first 5 minutes of this game. Very good drive right there by Gary Wekesa.
He makes that layup to cut the points to 26. Brings Wambua and Daryl with 4 points and a couple of rebounds. I think he has a better start line than most of the KPA starters at this point.
It's been a tough day in the office for the Dockers, who'd come in here to cause an upset. Definitely it's going to be an uphill task.
They knew Nyayo was going to be hostile.
Nothing is falling for KPA. It's been one of those nights where you wish you would have reported differently. You wish there would have been something different. In and out right there. Olang is having, as you stated, Olang is having a much better game compared to some of the starters for KPA.
50 seconds.
If you followed Thunder, you know how close this team has come to winning a championship not once, not twice, but to look at the journey and to look at what they've been able to achieve. You have the players like Griffin Ligare, who's been in the league for 19 years, having not been able to ever win a league title. And tonight, for the first time in his career, he'll be a winner in the Kenya Basketball League as an MVP of the finals. You can't make this stuff up. It's been real, KPA. You attempted to come all this way to Nairobi. And Daryl sets up a dunk just to wind it up. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been the 35-0 Nairobi City Thunder. Not dropped a game from the onset of the season till the end of the season. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been amazing. Congratulations, Nairobi City Thunder. Looking forward to seeing you in the road to BAL 2024-2025 season.
And they are going to represent Kenya very well in the road to BAL. Nairobi City Thunder, of course, they have earned this win. As you said, this is a team that has been trying. They have been falling short every season, but this has been their year. And, you know, winning it is time. Unbeaten, 35-0. Congratulations to Nairobi City Thunder. You are 2024 Kenya Basketball League champions. And for KPA, they have a lot to work on in the off-season. We know they're still rebuilding their team. They struggled even at the start of the season. And we're expecting that Coach Chris is going to come back with a better squad this year.
For sure.
And, you know, from us, I think it's fair to say that Nairobi City Thunder deserved it and they've won it.
Ladies and gentlemen, I've been part of the commentary team. This has been my first game of the season to do commentary with the Foul and One team and been the most important of the games. I'm glad that I was able to be part of this. I've been part of history to witness Nairobi City Thunder being crowned champions of the Kenya National Basketball League. I hope to be able to make it more into the other games of the season. My name remains Willie Wex, and looking forward to seeing what other teams are able to do in the next season. But for now, all glory, all honor, all congratulations goes to Nairobi City Thunder.
And from me, anthem, have a good night. Remember, do not drink and drive. See you next season.
Tanzania. A round of applause for Kush. Good job, Kush. TM of the year. Thank you very much. Good job. Now I want to invite Mr. Okaro Akamune, Basketball Operation Lead from NBA Africa. Mr. Okaro Akamune, kindly, I'm the coach of the year. Can you guess the coach of the year? The trophy will be handed trophy for the coach of the year will be handed over by Mr. Okaro Akamune from NBA Kenya. And the coach of the year is Mr. Brad Eames from Nairobi, Kenya. Brad Eames, coach of the year. Thank you. Thank you very much, Mr. Okaro. I would like to invite our registrar, to give the trophy of the playoff MVP. Playoff MVP, the trophy and the cash will be awarded by our sports registrar, Rose City. Thank you. Okay, let me start. Playoffs MVP, playoffs MVP. Then I'm going to the big MVP. Playoffs MVP trophy is being awarded by our sports registrar, Road City. And the playoffs MVP is Griffin Nigale from Nairobi, Griffin Nigale, playoffs MVP. Kindly, Griffin Nigale. Congratulations, Griffin Nigale, playoffs MVP. Next, Griffin, you get your trophy. Your cash will give you during the ceremony next week. Good job, Griffin. A round of applause for going around. Griffin Nigale, good job. Thank you. I now want to invite Peter Matangulu, the Director of Basketball Operations NBA. Mr. Peter, thank you very much for coming. Basketball Operations at NBA. He'll be awarding the League MVP. The League MVP. Can you guess who the League MVP is? And the League MVP, Albert O'Neill! League MVP, Albert O'Neill from Nairobi, Kenya. Thank you very much. Photos for him. Albert, and his smile. Give us a smile. to the big one. Are you ready for it? Are you ready for it? I'd like to invite Honorable Peter Herrera, MP for Kibra, and the Treasurer of Kenya Basketball Federation to come and award. Remember, winners will be getting 350,000 shillings to the winning team. I want to invite the whole team. Nairobi City, Uganda, winners 2023, 2024. Let me have the whole team of Uganda. Okay, Ghana. I want you to pick your trophy first. Ghana, kindly let us have your team. Pick the trophy and take the photo. The whole team, Ghana, kindly, the whole team. Let us go. Iran, okay, let's go there. Let's take the trophy. Everyone, Nairobi City, Ghana. A round of applause for Nairobi City, Ghana. Nairobi City, Ghana, winners 2023, 2024 Basketball League. And they will represent Kenya in the Road to Basketball African League in September 2024. Ghana will be given 350,000 Kenya shillings for the week. And so, they will also get the ticket to the Basketball African League. Road to the Basketball African League. That will start in September 2024. Nairobi City, Ghana. Congratulations for the victor. Congratulations for going and winning.
Haya, hata basi mimi nitamwambia Nyayo hata nimwambie. No. No, mimi
and the MVP for the men's Division 1 in Nairobi. What's your from Sniper? You'll be given the trophy and taking
till next time.
Coach Cliff, congratulations for making the finals.
Thank you.
I just wanted to ask you one question. How do you personally prepare for a high-stake game like this one?
It's not a one-day thing. So of course it's always a process. It's not just one item. And when it comes to big games, you can make corrections, yes, but then it's a process that has been through the season.
And you guys, of course, you are trailing by 2 games. What are some of the adjustments that you are going to make in this game today?
Actually, it's after watching both games, the necessary adjustments we need to make is just us getting more discipline in one, offensive execution, and then I think defensively we've been very good. Keeping a team like Thunder to 59 points. That's Agada 173 against a good talented side like that. It's not bad. We just need to do a lot more, do a better job on the offensive end and be able to kill the game.
Thank you so much, Coach. Coach Brad,
what's up?
Man, congratulations for making the finals.
Thank you.
I just wanted to ask you, how do you ensure that the team still maintains the focus and motivation despite the pressure of being the unbeaten team?
Yeah. Well, I think at this point, there's a lot to play for, right? We're playing for an unbeaten season. We really want to get Griff a championship, right? So I think those are some things that really help us to lock in. I think guys have, that's not something also that you just flip the switch and all of a sudden you're prepared. The reality is these guys have been preparing for this for almost a full calendar year. So we'll do our normal pregame stuff, but I fully expect them to be locked in and ready to go from the beginning.
Thank you, Coach.
Game they were able to take that win, and here they are leading by more than 30, and another 3-point attempt. One game they were able to take that win, and here they are leading by more than 30.
Only finish, and that ball goes straight to Albert. Griffin, split the B. For him, only finish, and that ball goes straight to Albert. Griffin, split the B. For him, only finish, And that ball goes straight to Albert. Griffin split to the B. For him, King for the finish. And that ball goes straight to Albert. Griffin Tobias. Fares Adala with a strong move. Tobias.
Big stops, and then when you get your ball, make it count.
Albert with the answer.
And don't allow a guy like Albert Odero such space. Big stops, and then when you get your ball, make it count.
Albert with the answer.
And don't allow a guy like Albert Odero.
And he still manages to convert it.
Hey.
Albert with the answer. And he still manages to convert it.
Hey.
Albert with the answer. And he still manages to convert it.
Hey.
Albert with the answer. And he still manages to convert it.
6-6.
Garang also 6-6 point guard. Aerial Khan.
Fahim
with the easy two.
That's 6-6.
Garang also 6-6 point guard. Aerial Khan.
Gary Akessa.
What a fake from Griffin.
Gary Akessa.
What a fake from Griffin. At this point, he has all the luxury to do that. Now this is going to be interesting, and that is Albert. At this point, he has all the luxury to do that. Now this is going to be interesting, and that is Albert. At this point, he has all the luxury to do that. Now this is going to be interesting, and that is Albert. At this point, he has all the luxury to do that. Now this is going to be interesting, and that is Albert. At this point, he has all the luxury to do that. Now this is going to be interesting, and that is Albert. At this point, he has all the luxury to do that. Now this is going to be interesting, and that is Albert. At this point, he has all the luxury to do that. Now this is going to be interesting, and that is Albert. At this point, he has all the luxury to do that. Now this is going to be interesting.
For Tobias.
Fahim with the deep one. No good. Albert with the cleanup.
For Tobias.
Fahim with the deep one. No good. Albert with the cleanup.
For Tobias.
Fahim with the deep one. No good. Albert with the cleanup.
For Tobias.
Fahim with the deep one. No good. Albert with the cleanup.
For Tobias. It's quite unfortunate that
another one coming, and then he had to be fouled. We just joined.
It's quite unfortunate that
another one coming, and then he had to be fouled.
By party substitution. This is going to be
it's been a
by party substitution. This is going to be
it's been a
by party substitution. This is going to be